In this video, we're going to actually look at some real world examples using live market data. So let's jump into it. So what I have here is E-Trade, and I know it seems like there is a lot of information happening right here. So we're going to just break it down little by little, and you can actually customize this however you want. To customize what you actually see, you come up here, you right click, click columns, and then you can see all the available columns that you can use. And then click add and remove as you see fit. So let's take a look at this at a high level. All right, so on the left side, you can see we have calls right over here. And then on the right side, we have puts right over here. So let's work top to bottom. So at the top of the screen, you could see we're looking at QQQ, the price it's currently trading at. And because this is during market open, right now it's 1:30 p.m. on June 17th. And you could see the price, the bid asks, the volume, this is the number of shares that are traded. And then here you could see the different expiration dates. So there's something, today is June 17th, the time of this recording, and you could see all the different expirations expiring on Monday. And then you have all these expirations. And if you go all the way, you can see it goes all the way up till December 15th of 2023. Based on the security, you're not going to see this much liquidity, but because QQQ is a very well-known security, it's very liquid, there are a lot of expiration dates available. Now let's take a look at this middle column, and I'm actually going to change the expiration to July, just, a little bit over a month out, just so you could see some actual numbers. Because if you look at today's expiration, everything says 0 because these options are about to expire in less than 3 hours. And so because of that, you don't really see too much activity happening. So we're looking at July 22nd. Right now, QQQ is trading at 276. On the right side, as we talked about, these are the put options. If you want, you could buy a put option at, let's say, 270 strike price. And that means you would pay $9.28 for the right, but not the obligation, to sell 100 shares of QQQ at 270 on or before July 22nd, 2022. And there are these two columns right here. One is the bid, one is the ask. This is very important because if you want to sell an option, you would look at the bid column. If you want to buy an option, you would look at the ask column. So again, if you want to sell an option, you use the bid. To buy, you use ask. The bid says what is the highest someone is willing to buy an option at. And so if you're selling, that means you have to sell it at the bid. The ask says what is the lowest someone is willing to sell the option at. So if you want to buy the option, you would buy at this ask price. If you buy a put option with a 270 strike price, all it means is you have the right to sell 100 shares of QQQ at 270 on or before July 22nd. And to have that right, you need to pay $9.42. If you want to sell the option, you use this number, 9.36. So you're getting $9.36 to accept the obligation of buying 100 shares of QQQ at 270 by this expiration date right here. Great. So again, those are the puts. Now on the call side, it's pretty much the exact same thing. If you want to sell an option, you use the bid numbers. If you want to buy an option, you use the ask. Now let's move on. In other videos, you learned about delta, you learned about gamma, you see vega here, some theta, you see rho, and I've also included IV percentile and total volume and open interest. And so these are columns you could specify again however you'd like, but just want to let you know this is exactly what it looks like. And it says down here, I have the options approval level 4, so that shows what type of options I currently have. Awesome. Well, let's look at placing a hypothetical trade. So let's say I want to sell a put option on QQQ expiring July 22nd at, let's say, the 15 delta. So that would be a 244 strike price. So I'd right click and I'd click sell to open. Now this account is not funded. It doesn't have, I don't think, any money in it. And so because of that, I'm not actually going to place a trade, but you could see, you could see what it says. So QQQ, the contracts by default here changes to 10. So I changed it to 1. So make sure that's where it is. It says put, when it expires, the strike price. And remember, when you're selling a put option, you use the bid and then you click sell to open. And after that, you may need to accept. I know there is a lot going on in the screens, but once you're able to isolate each different column and realize what they do, you'll be totally fine. If you guys have any questions, reach out. I'd be more than happy to help in any way I can. Awesome. I'll see you in the next video.